Broncos country, Pat Bryant was one of my favorite draft picks of the 2025 draft class. No doubt about it. Somebody that I was high on pre and post. Now that we got a couple of training camp days under our belt where we can see these rookies go up against the veterans, it's going to be really interesting to watch the type of role that Pat Bryant's going to be playing, right? Because you're hearing some really positive reports right now of Marvin Mims making even more strides as a pure receiver. We know what he can do, and we know the talent that he has. Wonderful news about Troy Franklin, and he looks a lot better and significantly more comfortable in his second year. Can he take a leap? But Pat Bryant is somebody that I just think is so well-rounded that I feel like is going to be way too good to not be on the football field this year. And what is his role going to look like, right? You also got Devaughn Vele that we cannot forget about. And I believe that Pat Bryant is going to be the 2025 version of Lil Jordan Humphrey. Now, many in Broncos country would probably not necessarily like it when I say that because he was somebody that was very annoying for many of us. There's some that really liked him in terms of he was just playing way too much is what a lot of us thought. And I understood why because of the type of skill set that he brings in the blocker. But I think that Pat Bryant is going to be utilized in the Lil Jordan Humphrey role, but he's going to be very, very good in that role. He's not going to be somebody that's going to be struggling or not contribute that much as a pure pass catcher, right? So just to give a little bit of a review of last year in terms of what Lil Jordan Humphrey did. He had a total of 31 catches, 293 yards, and 1 touchdown. But he happened to play the second most snaps of any wide receiver in the entire team, right? 555 snaps. It's good for really just well over half of the offensive snaps. And that's because of what he can do as a blocker and what he can do in certain looks as like a hybrid receiver type of tight end in terms of the way that they utilize him. I think that that's going to be the vision for Pat Bryant. The difference is he's someone that can create a lot more separation and he can be a much bigger threat catching the football, specifically on third down and in the red zone. That's all the reports that you're hearing. You're hearing that regardless of if it's Bo Nix or Jarrett Stidham or Sam Ehlinger so far in camp, they are looking the way of Pat Bryant. Right. And he is somebody that, you know, from a body standpoint, physicality standpoint, is built very similarly to Lil Jordan, right? He's right around the 6'4" mark. He's about 215. He's a little bit smaller. But we know about him in college when he was at Illinois that he's a very good blocker in the pass and in the run game. He's a very willing blocker. And it's going to be interesting to see come Monday, how is he going to be utilized, right? How is he going to look in pads? Are they going to, are they going to utilize him a little bit more as a blocker? And they usually don't show those kinds of things much in camp. They really don't even show a lot of that in the preseason. But how is he going to look moving around? Physicality, is he going to look outmatched, or is he going to be somebody that looks like he's really holding his own when it comes to his role as a blocker? And if he is utilized similarly to how Lil Jordan Humphrey was last year, it's going to be really good news for Broncos country because you've got a very talented young receiver that is going to be playing a lot of snaps and be given a lot of opportunities to make plays, specifically in the short to intermediate route, right? When you think about Troy Franklin, I still think he's going to be someone that can, I think if he's making a lot of strides, he's going to be able to play a lot more in this offense, which is good, but he's going to be your deep threat. He's going to be your down the field type of guy that opens things up for the guys underneath. When you're talking about Marvin Mims, you obviously would love to see him utilized more as a traditional receiver, but the different abilities that he has being utilized out of the backfield on those bubble screens. And I think Marvin Mims is going to have a career year, and I think he has a chance to be the leading receiver for this team. But keep an eye out on Pat Bryant, man. I'd love to know what you guys think about him. Do you think he's going to be utilized similarly in the Lil Jordan Humphrey role, or do you think that's going to be more reserved for somebody like Devaughn Vele, and there could be a true battle for the wide receiver 2, the X receiver on the outside, wide receiver 2? I'd love to know what you guys think below, man. But it's an exciting time of the year. It's going to be a lot of really fun content coming. We're going to come out with an episode later tonight, probably talking about the new jerseys, the new uniform combinations that Damani Leach kind of teased yesterday, right? We can use the alternate helmet a little bit more. You can use it with some different combinations. I'm curious as to what you guys would like to see. I've got my thoughts on that for sure. And the uniform schedule will be released, quote unquote, shortly, is what Damani Leach said. So I'm a big nerd when it comes to the uniform combos and the way the uniforms look, and also the jersey numbers. So I'm excited for all that. But let me know what you guys think about Pat Bryant. What are your expectations for him this upcoming season? I think, man, I think Broncos country is going to instantly fall in love with what number 13 is going to be able to do for the team this year. Let me know below in the comments, man. Till the next video, y'all take it easy. Go Broncos, baby. Peace out.